Hello to my fellow friends in history and people that just think if I learned something new today, it's a good day. And an even more bonus if it's about the American Revolution, especially as we're coming up on our 250th birthday as Americans. So here is part 3 of the amazing story of this guy, Benedict Arnold, at this battle, the Battle of Valcour Island. So we talked about how Benedict Arnold has a bold plan. It's definitely bold. He knows the British under Carleton are coming down Lake Champlain, and he decides he's going to make a stand. So he literally builds a fleet of boats out of the wilderness. He hires construction people and blacksmiths, and he literally creates a fleet of boats, about 15 of them, loads them with cannon. His men aren't even seamen. These are just basically militia, but they really do believe in him. And this is a side note because I thought about this. I do think if you're in the military, and thank you if you are very much or have ever served in the military, you have to have faith in your leaders. And I think Arnold's men really had faith in him because he was willing to go out. He was quite courageous, right? Go out into the battle with them. And I juxtapose that a little bit with Gates in the famous Battle of Saratoga, where he's called Granny Gates, and he's basically in his tent moving around people on a piece of paper, but he's not out fighting. And who knows, maybe that's where a general should be. But my point is, Arnold's men really did believe in him, and I have to think that his treachery cut them deeply. I really do have to believe that because your lives are on the line, and they trusted him. But anyway, that was a side note. So at this point, he is still an American hero, incredibly scrappy, kind of the best of America, right? Like builds his own fleet. He's going to face this army coming down, basically, yes, with his makeshift boats. He is beaten to a pulp. And I thought it was a little bit like Rocky. Do you remember the Rocky where he first faces Ivan, what was his name? Ivan Drago. And Rocky's beaten to a pulp at that time. Well, this happens to Arnold. Basically, half of his ships are sinking, the other half are pretty much mostly destroyed. He's out of ammunition, and he's pretty much blocked in. And if you look at this map, which is amazing, to the left, you can see that the British are basically south. He needs to get south, and the British are lined up to stop him from going south. So this is October 11th. Night falls. Basically, the British think, okay, well, we're going to scoop up what remains of this whole rebel force. But what happens is, in the night comes a deep and heavy fog, very fortuitous. And Arnold, as we said, a scrappy and very courageous and bold guy, tells his men, we're going through those British lines. And that is literally what they do. They sort of hug the coastline, but they're under orders for absolute silence. And silently, they literally make their way past the British line of ships, and they get about maybe 30 miles south. And finally, the British wake up and they realize, where did this guy go? So they give chase, and Arnold realizes there's only so far he can go. So he lands on the shore and he burns the boats to make sure that they're not going to fall in enemy hands. And then he actually continues on foot and does live to fight another day. And as we said, will become a hero at Saratoga. So that was a little bit of the Battle of Valcour Island. Thank you for letting me share. I love learning this stuff, and I hope you enjoy it too. And I will see you tomorrow. So if you think American history is chock full of cool stuff, you are right. And for a brief time, you can download this book, which is Kep Westguard's most recent adventure, Kep Westguard and the Second Battle of Saratoga, which is freely downloadable via BookFunnel, and the code is below.